Hi, everyone. Welcome to Workshop Wednesdays with Mentor Me Collective. We are so excited to have you viewing us today. So welcome. If you're joining us from YouTube, if you're joining us from LinkedIn, we won't be able to see your comments. So please migrate to our YouTube. As you're settling in, please drop a fire in the chat. Let us know how you're doing and where you're viewing us from. We're really excited to bring to you our speaker today. For those of you who are new to Mentor Me Collective, we're a community dedicated to empowering individuals in their tech careers through education, mentorship, and community. My name is Renee. I will be your host today, and I'm really excited for this. This March, we're celebrating Women's History Month. And so our theme is Pioneer, Progress, Redefine Possible, and we're highlighting incredible technologists who are shaking the world with their impact. And today, we are very excited to have a workshop planned for you around building your own AI bot. So everyone is excited and talking about AI, and we're here to help demystify some of those thoughts for you. So our title is Build a Custom AI Chat Assistant for Free and Not with ChatGPT. So get ready for a hands-on session that will empower you to create your own AI chat assistant, and stay tuned for a bonus at the end of the session. Now, let me introduce you to our incredible speaker, Shereen Musa. Shereen is a digital product owner at PepsiCo, specializing in data analytics and AI. So who better to tell you about how to use it without even using ChatGPT? So just like Mentor Me Collective aims to empower individuals through education, mentorship, and community, Shereen is passionate about sharing her expertise and empowering others as well. She has contributed to a global multi-million-dollar project by delivering data-driven insights. She holds a master's in management of technology from NYU. And Shereen is passionate about mentoring women in tech through initiatives like Women Techmakers. Shereen, welcome to the stage. How are you?
Doing good. How are you, Renee? Thank you for the introduction.
No problem. Thank you. I'm so excited to have you and for you to go through this workshop with us.
Me too.
So we're going to open up with some questions. And Shereen, I think everyone is really, really excited and curious about this bonus you mentioned. Can you give us some spoilers?
Well, it's gonna be something that will
Okay.
make you build AI chatbot in easier way.
Nice. Okay. So, as we said, March is Women's History Month. Can you share with us who is a woman that has inspired you?
It would be Indra Nui. She was the CEO of PepsiCo before. I mean, I'm kind of more inclined because like I work with Pepsi as well. But she was like very inspiring for me. Like even before I joined even Pepsi, like long back, I always loved to see her talks with like on Stanford, like with the Harvard. She's very very inspiring.
Okay, amazing. Thank you for sharing that. Everyone, you should check her out. And also, please let us know in the chat who's a woman that has inspired you. So I'm going to hand it over to Shireen. Please present your screen and then we will get started.
Awesome. Let me share your screen.
All right. Thank you so much. I'm going to remove myself from the stage. Shireen, over to you.
Awesome, awesome. All right, so hi everyone. My name is Shereen Musa, and today I'm very excited to walk you through a demo of how to build your custom AI chatbot. So just a little bit about me. I mean, Renee was right on spot. But like, yeah, I'm currently a digital product owner at PepsiCo. I did my master's in management of technology at NYU. And aside from work, I really love mentoring women, and that's how I got into Google Women Techmaker Ambassador Program, and also love exploring AI tools and reading about innovative technologies, stocks. I also have a background in finance. So if you're interested in AI or participating in hackathons, please let's connect on LinkedIn. Here it is, my LinkedIn as well, and I would always love to chat. All right. So some of you may be here and then they will say like, why do I even need to build an AI chatbot even when we have like ChatGPT, right? So for a couple reasons. So the first reason is when you build a chatbot, you will be able to use your own data. So you will be able to feed it your PDFs, you will be able to feed it your Excel sheets, anything that you want. The second thing, you can also instruct the chatbot to do specific tasks for you, right? Like it can run code for you. It can, when you feed the document, it can analyze those documents for you. The other thing, it also can speak your brand, right? Like you can tell the chatbot to tell, like for example, can you please make it funny, professional, romantic, if you want to say. So whatever you want, the chatbot will follow your rules. So before we jump into the demo, it's very important for you to have some basic understanding of how like AI chatbots use something called RAG, which is retrieval augmented generation. So to generate responses. So RAG is a really key concept that helps chatbots in general to retrieve information that for the user, pretty much. I know like this slide may be overwhelming for you, but like it's very easy to follow. So the first thing you will see is the process starts with by the user asking a question, and after the user asks the question, the system will look for the relevant documents, data sources in the vector database, and then they will retrieve the answer from the vector database and couple it with the prompt from the user. It will feed it into the LLM, and the LLM will use this query and the retrieved information, retrieved data from the vector database to generate an answer for the user. So the user will get a response. So the reason why we would use here the LLM, because the LLM would make sense of the prompt as well as the response, the answer that you got from the vector database. So today, what we will be covering from the demo, like for your heads up. So we will be able to create a data store. You will be able to add the documents that you want to feed into your chatbot, and then from uh, you will be able also to know how the chatbot will process those documents, and then we will be able also to host the chatbot on a website. And all of this will happen only in 10 minutes. But to first start, we would need to you would need to go to Vertex AI agent here. Let me go here. So if you go to the Vertex AI agent builder, you would just need to click on try Vertex AI agent, and then it will take you to build your first project, and then I will take you through a video that will take you through all the steps that you need from here. So let me go back to the presentation.
On create agent.
So yeah, so here, once you land there, you will have to create your project, and then you will have to use the pre-built agent.
Then since we're not gonna be, they have like some pre-built agents that you can use, some like regarding, like a flight agent, Q&A agent, and so on and so forth. But for the sake of this tutorial, we will be building our own agent. So I'll click on that. And then just make sure that you are, you know what location that you choose, because there's different locations. There's global, US Central, and all of that. So here I'm using US Central. For the display name, we can, let's say it's for AI learning. And then we're gonna create. All right, so here we do have our agent got created. And then you will be prompted that you need to put the goal and the instructions. So for the goal, I can say the goal is to help users understand AI concepts in simple terms. For instructions, it's like how you want to instruct this agent to behave. So one is greet the user. Another thing I want to make sure is ask the user clarifying question if you didn't get it from the first time. Once done, say goodbye to the user and close the session. Okay? So one thing here is, yes, I'm giving it instructions, but like I need to give it something like a tool, right? So this tool will tell the agent what to do. So for this tool, I'm gonna be using a data store. So I'm gonna be calling a data store. So for the agent to get the information needed and then provide it to the user.
Okay, I mean, so far, just to summarize the whole the steps that has been done so far. So I did create an agent, and this agent, so pretty much the chatbot I'm trying to create is for AI learning. I want an agent to tell me to ask questions regarding AI, and it should bring me back answers saying that if I ask about what is AI, it should bring me simple answers about what is AI. So that's why I had this as a goal, and this is the instructions I did add for the agent to do.
So for here, I'm going to click on data store. Okay, you haven't saved, change it to your one. So I say cancel. I'm going to save here first, and then I'm going to create data store. And then for this data store, I'm going to say it is for AI learning concepts. Okay. And then I'm going to click on create a custom prompt. And then For the description, I can say this tool will provide information on the different AI concepts. Okay, and then I'm going to add data store. I already had a couple before, but for that, I'm going to create a new data store.
So here, the reason why we're creating a data store so that we can start adding those PDFs or documents that we want to feed the chatbot.
It'll take some time. Then I do have website content and cloud storage. I'm going to be choosing cloud storage. And then unstructured documents, and then from the folder, so I'm going to browse folder. And then I'm going to have to create a new bucket. And then for this new bucket, I can say AI knowledge, and then create AI knowledge 1, and then create, and then confirm. And then I'm gonna select this one, but then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to and search for buckets. I'm doing this so that I can upload the documents I need. So the one I created was called AI knowledge 1. And then I'm gonna go to upload files, and then upload file. And then I do have those 2 documents that I'll show you shortly. And then I'm gonna upload them. And then they were successfully uploaded, but just make sure, like on the background, they are being uploaded, and then they actually take some time to get uploaded, depending on the size of the document. Okay. So now I do have the AI documents I need in the data store. So if I go back to the apps, and then it's AI learning. And then now you have your data store in place in that tool. So then you're going to save.
So yeah, you see here, so now before you didn't even see the data store present, but now you will see the AI learning concept that we just created with the documents, the 2 documents that we added in the bucket.
Okay, so now how about we test it out? So we'll go to the toggle simulator, and then we're going to let's ask something about this Word document that we have uploaded, right? So let's ask about what is artificial intelligence. And before I hit submit, just one thing, like you have to take care, like, I'm here in the draft environment. I'm connected to the AI concepts playbook, right? And the model, we do have like a wide range of models that we can choose. Like Gemini 1.5, Gemini 2.0, really, you can choose whatever model that best fit your category. So here I chose Gemini 1.5. So let's hit submit for this. What is artificial intelligence? Hopefully it should pretty much pick the tool that we created, which is the AI learning concepts, right? So if I hit submit, and it did actually retrieve from that tool to the AI learning concepts. So I see that it says like AI is like teaching computers to think and learn almost like how people do. Imagine if your toy robot could learn new tricks on its own. So yes, it's actually trying to teach me AI in simple terms, exactly as I prompted it to be. Let's maybe ask, can you make it more simpler with an example? Let's see what's gonna say. Yeah, so it's also provided me with some examples. So, and it's like working as expected. It also retrieved it from the AI concepts. So now what about we ask from the other PDF document, which is this document that we've ingested, and we can ask about this. Save for let's see if it's gonna answer it using the tool or not. So yeah, it was also able to retrieve it using the tool. So we have now a working AI chatbot. So now the next step is like, let's say I want to host this chatbot to a website. How can I do that? On create agent.
So before I show you on how you can host it on a website, I also wanted to show you the code for the tool. So if I go here to tools, go to AI learning concepts. So this is the tool I've created, which is AI learning concepts. And this is the AI learning concept that has the connected to the data store that I created with the bucket. So if I go to the playbooks and then I click on AI concepts, here I added a third line saying use this tool, which is the AI learning concept, to answer AI related questions. And then once done, say goodbye to the user. So yeah, I hope just this is clear.
On create agent, say here, agent supposed this chatbot to a website. How can I do that? So for the purpose of that demo, I just created a site using Google Site. It's pretty easy to create. So this is a landing page. So what you can do is you need to click on embed. But before I click on embed, I need to get the code for the agent. So I'm gonna go here, and then I'm gonna click on publish agent, and then I'm gonna copy. Then I'm gonna go here, and then I'm gonna click on embed code, and then I click here, and then next. And then you see here you have this Q&A icon. So I'm gonna insert, and then I'm gonna place it, let's say here. I need to make sure that it has a good amount of space for it. All right, so now comes the fun part. So we'll click here and then view published site so that we can test our AI chatbot in action. So we're gonna click here and then we're gonna ask the same question, like let's say, what is AI? And it was able to retrieve the answer for us. Let's ask another one. What is Gen AI? So can you give me some examples? It wasn't able to get it, but
Yeah, so in the first question, it didn't answer me, but like when I became like a little bit more specific, it was able to know exactly what I'm talking about.
On create agent. So yeah, so now you have a chatbot that you can generally host on any website that you would like. So yeah, this is not the first chatbot that you can create. You can definitely create another chatbot, let's say for customer service. So you have a list of frequently asked questions for your website. So you can feed this Excel sheet or Word document or whatever as a part of the data store, and then you can utilize that and create a chatbot. This is just one other example, but there's like so many examples in which you can create a chatbot.
All right, so I hope you liked the demo and it was easy to follow. So, like, just to sum up, so pretty much you now got to know that we have a cloud storage that would store those documents that we would need, and you will have to have this data store, and this data store has the information that's retrieved from the cloud storage. And then you would need a tool, right? A tool to be fed in your prompt to instruct the agent what to bring. So I'm in my example, because I was building a knowledge management chatbot, I had to put in instructions to tell the agent is like, hey, go to this tool I created that had the data store and call it so that you can bring the relevant information for my AI questions. So yeah, I mean, but before I go to the bonus, I want to see if there's like any questions regarding the demo.
I don't see any in the chat, Shireen, yet, but having a question about what do you find is usually the trickiest process when developing the
Uh,
chat?
Yeah, I mean, usually it would be like, having the proper tools. The other thing I found was can be a little bit challenging. Like sometimes you can load certain documents, but it cannot be parsed. So
Mm,
you need to make sure that you upload the right documents. You upload it, and then it will tell you if it was uploaded correctly or not.
got it. Okay. So, what would be your tips for anyone who's just starting out using the chat assistant? And I know you mentioned earlier that you don't have to use Chat GPT. So, what would be like the three simple steps that everyone needs to know when they're getting ready to go through and use the tools and the process?
Yeah, so definitely, yeah, like go create the Google AI uh, agent account and just like experiment with it, like
Mhm.
try uploading some documents and then experiment with those documents and see if it's like it's retrieving the thing that you need. And also, I would say like today, it was just one example for knowledge management chatbot, but there's like so many examples. Like what I would usually do is like honestly just go on YouTube, like just search, like uh, Google AI agent examples, and you will be able to also follow along. And also Google, they
Mm.
have on their website some examples that you can use to deploy some AI agents. So like start small and try to test it out and experiment with it and see how you're going with it.
Okay, great. So, we have a question from our LinkedIn viewers. Someone would like to know, is it possible for you to share the demo so that they could try it on their own? Or I
Yeah,
know you just mentioned some
yeah,
links.
yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. I can share this presentation as well with them.
awesome. Thank you. So we will put that in our video notes. That's a great one. Thank you, Abjeet, for your question. I have another one because in your demo, the video, you talked about how at first it didn't give you good responses. For people who are new to AI and LLMs, how did you know it wasn't giving you a correct response? And then I have follow-up questions like how do you test it and how do you ensure it will give you accurate responses?
Yeah, so the first time when I told it about like can you please provide me examples, I
Hmm.
wasn't very specific, and so it gave me the response was like I don't have information for that, even though I know for a fact it has information because I uploaded a document related to AI. So I made it um, more concise and like clear. I told it I want examples for Gen AI. So usually, what I find with like those AI chatbots, it's usually better to be specific when you're asking a question because
Hmm.
otherwise it can be sometimes hard for the chatbot to retrieve the answer that you need. So when I said, okay, can you please give me an examples for Gen AI, it was able to retrieve the answer from the documents that I have uploaded.
Got it. Okay. And so thinking about that, because you mentioned you having to be concise for people who are new, and that's called prompt engineering for people who are new. What are some tips that you can give to people besides being concise when they're crafting their prompts?
Other than this, like also like think about a persona when you're
Mhm.
writing. So like also like think about the tone that you wanna the chatbot to come back to you. It's like, do you want it to be professional? Do you want it to be formal, informal? Um, the other thing is like give it if like the thing with the chatbot is like think about it's like a conversation with a human being.
Mhm.
Like it's like back and forth. Like you can ask a question to the chatbot, but it may not understand from the first time. So
Mhm.
you will need to give like some clarification points. So think about the chatbot, it's like more of a back and forth conversation rather than just a question and an answer. And this is how like the Gen AI chatbots now work.
I love that. I think that's a great tip for people. Thank you for that, Shireen.
Mhm.
Um, con- Going similar along that vein, for people who, are new, how important is it to have background knowledge in creating a chat assistant? Like how easy is this to do for people who may be new or may not have a strong coding background?
Yeah, honestly, like if you've seen like from the demo, I didn't do any coding pretty much. It was more like people now saying like the new coding language is English. So you just need to know how to write English pretty much. So but like you just need to go and experiment even if you're a beginner. I was a beginner. I When I first started this, I wouldn't say like I'm an expert, but like you just need to start. Like don't just go and watch videos and not do it yourself. Like at first it will be challenging, but go do it yourself and then see like where is your weaknesses, and then try to try also to seek help. So in my coming slide there is something called Google AI forum
Mm-hmm.
where you can go and ask questions. Also go join dev post groups. Like there's like certain groups that you can join, um, and ask your question and someone will help you. You can come and ask me as well. Like so yeah, just ask people for help if you get stuck as well.
Okay, thank you. And question about that. Um, why is it important for people to learn about AI, chat assistants, Gen AI? How do you see chat assistants and AI evolving in the future?
Yeah, so for me I believe like it's really good to have some learning on how you can build your own one, because everyone will have like certain tasks in mind. Like I wanna for example, this today was a knowledge management one, but maybe you want to create a chatbot for summarization. So I want to feed my PDFs and then it will summarize it for me. You can also do that. Maybe you want to upload a video and let the chatbot to analyze this video for you and then give you a response. You can also do that. The good thing when you build your own thing is like it can be free as well. So you don't have, there's like some other websites where it can provide those services, but you will have to pay. But like if you have it handy and you built it, it's free for life for you, right? um, and even Google provides so many free resources, and even if you pay, it's not like too much. And I mean, if you want to understand more about their billing, they have the whole page just for billing, but it's not too much. Even if you want to build your own, like the one I built, it's for free. Like I didn't pay anything for it.
Okay, thank you for that. How do you keep up with the rapid changes and advancements that are happening in AI and data analytics?
You definitely need to keep up with the news, keep reading. I would say like the AI space can be sometimes also overwhelming. You just need to know what what are the AI tools that best fits your needs, right? Because not all the AI tools in the market will be relevant for you. So you don't have to learn every single AI tool that's out there in the market. However, you just need to learn the things that's going to be relevant. Like for example, if you're a researcher, right? You have
Mm-hmm.
something called Perplexity. So Perplexity can help you with research documents and so on, which in that case, Chat it would be better compared to ChatGPT because Perplexity is more focused on research, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you have Claude, so this is also another AI tool. So it's like you just need to experiment with those new AI tools that's in the market and see what's relevant for you. And there's like so many like newsletters out there in the market like you can subscribe to. So just like don't subscribe to too many so that you don't overwhelm yourself. Subscribe to one that maybe like I mean my strategy was like I subscribed for 5 newsletters,
Mm-hmm.
and then I waited for 2 weeks or so to see like which one I like most, and then I unsubscribed from the other and kept one. So see which newsletter you like most, and then subscribe to this one, and just so that you can be ahead of of the market when an AI news come in.
Great, thank you. We have another question from Ikeche. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Do you think that certification is or will become important in the AI space?
Yeah, 100%. Like, and it's not, I wouldn't say it's not like you're taking a certification just for the name of it. It's more like it will give you some good uh, grounding and understanding. I know Google also offer like so many free certifications. You can just search Google AI, you will see so many. I know Harvard too offers so many, but I would say don't take certification just for the sake of putting it on your resume.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that you are taking a certification to learn how to use AI. Because when you apply anywhere in the market, yes, they will look at your certification, but at the end of the day, they want someone who can do the job. So make sure to learn. And I would say, honestly, projects is even more important than certification. So when you have some project that you can showcase to any interviewers and all of that, it's even would give you even more edge compared to just having certifications.
Mm, that's a great segue and transition into how do you use AI in your role as a product analyst?
Yeah. So right now, the way you can like is a question more about like what type of tools I would use as a product.
Yes. Or how do you apply it in your role?
Yeah, I mean, so right now we have like Copilot, so we can use Copilot you to, for example, for the minutes of meetings. It can help you with summarization. It can help you with building a project plan. So you can, for example, tell Copilot like, I want this project for ABC, and please create a Gantt chart. It will create it for you. So it can help you with project planning. It can help you also with like ideas or brainstorming. So let's say you are brainstorming some ideas for some projects. So you can ask Copilot, and it can help you. It can help you with validating ideas too. Another thing it will can help you if you have the Copilot on your laptop. It can be connected to all your resources, so it can come really handy if you want to ask a question and you don't have the time to go over like 20 PDFs to find the answer. So you can just ask a question in seconds, it will get back to you the answer. So, and there's so many other ways you can use Copilot, but those are few.
Awesome. Thank you, Shireen. I don't think we have any more questions. Are there any other tips or advice that you would like to share with the community?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's actually come back to my coming slide, which is like closing remarks. But I know like some people want to know the bonus. So I will share the bonus, and then I'll come back to the closing remarks. So I'll tell you what's the bonus. The bonus is Google AI Studio. I know some people didn't even hear about Google AI Studio before. Some may have known, lucky you. But Google AI Studio is a great tool. Like, like right now we built on Google conversational AI agent, how to build a chatbot. But imagine you can literally do now another chatbot, but like in two, maybe in 1 minute right now. So the way it works, you just go to Google AI Studio, okay, and then you will create a prompt. Let me actually go. You know, you will go to the create prompt, and then you will add a system instructions. So remember when we were on this Google AI agent, we had to build like instructions to tell what the agent needs to do. Here it's the same thing. So you will add whatever system instructions you want. Let's say I want um, I want a system, a model that would build me, that will help me with my coding or my code verification, or it would be my math tutor. I mean, they have, let me actually show you, they have some prompt gallery. So this prompt gallery can give you some ideas on what you can build. Marketing AI, list from image. It can even help you, like you can feed a video and it will analyze the video for you. So all of that, and guess what? It's free. like like it's crazy. Like I thought like something like that would be like so expensive to use, but yeah. So for example, the one I created, it was something along the line for the AI learning chatbot. So what I did was, like I said, explain AI concepts as if I'm five. The response must have at least one emoji. Your task is to make the conversation engaging with the user and make sure that the concepts are easily understandable. You can sometimes use humor and make the conversation both educational and interesting. You can ask questions to the user to better understand what they need. You can also suggest ways to relate those concepts to real world examples. So I said hello, and this was the response. It gave me an emoji and everything. So it said what, think of it like the AI is like a teaching computer to be smart, like a really well trained puppy. Instead of teaching it to sit and fetch, we teach it to understand things, learn from them, and even make decision by itself. So I can even ask us like, can you tell me a little bit about Gen AI? And then I can run. So see, it also brought an answer, brought back the answer, and with the emojis. So it said, imagine you have a box of Legos. You can build a house, a car, or even a spaceship. Generative AI have magical box of Legos that can build even cooler things, right? Pictures, stories, music, So it's like, and these instructions, I can always change, and when I change it, it will reflect in the responses. So
Mm.
yeah, this is a really cool tool that you can also use. And that was the bonus for the for today. So let me go back and go to the closing remarks. So yeah, as I said, I cannot say that enough, but like you really need to experiment with those AI tools and everything. If you don't experiment, it's like you're just like learning in a vacuum. Really need to experimenting. You learn and then experiment, and experiment with like build your own custom. Like today, I went through the demo of the custom AI chatbot. Go build yours today, tomorrow, next week. But and then experiment with different sources. Experiment with a document. Experiment with a PDF. Experiment with 5 documents, and so on. Other thing, deploy your chatbot. If you, let's say if you have a startup, you can literally now create a whole chatbot for your company, right? You can, let's say you are a startup, you have so many Q&A questions that come from the users. You can, guess what, you can have a Word document, have your questions and answers, feed it in that chatbot, so that when the user come, he can interact with the chatbot and it will get back the answer from this Q&A. So you can also build that for your business and then host it on your website or application. Also, as I said, like if you are stuck, engage with some people, seek help, and there's so many communities for AI out there.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, if you just Google AI communities, I cannot tell you. There's so many, and there's like so many dev post groups. There's so many Slack groups. Join those groups, because when you get stuck, you can go ask a question and then you'll get an answer. The other one is the Google AI forum. It's literally created for those things. When you don't have when you have a problem with any, let's say you have a question with this Google AI vertex, you go and ask the question. Someone else may even have asked the question. So go check it out definitely. And yeah, and just wanna end with a quote. The Always know that the best way to learn AI is by experimenting with it. So experiment, 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 and go out, build, break, rebuild, and this is how you will learn. And yeah, and thank you so much. And I wanted to thank really mentor me and Chanel for bringing this together and for providing me this opportunity to come and talk to you. And I really hope like you enjoyed this today's session. I really also want to thank Rebecca for hosting me. Thank you so much, Rebecca, for that. And yeah, I'm also open for any questions from the audience.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Shereen. Do we have any more questions from the audience? I also dropped in your LinkedIn, but we also have some comments. People said, thank you, wonderful session. And also be prepared to test what you've done, which is going back to your final message and quote of rebuild, test it, deploy it, fail, try again. So thank you so much, Serene. Thank you all who were listening. We really appreciate you watching. Please come back next Wednesday for our next workshop Wednesday. We have another exciting workshop coming up. And just as Shereen mentioned, please test it. Please try it out. Go to the resources. There's Google Agent Builder and also Google AI, and try it out. Let us know what you think. Share us with us. Connect with Shereen on LinkedIn, and we hope you all have a great and wonderful night. Thank you, everyone.